The third strategy of teaching cooperation is the principle of follow-through. If you remember back in our introduction to managing challenging behaviors unit, follow-through is one of our reactive strategies. It essentially means I mean what I say and I say what I mean. When you give a child an instruction, you want to be aiming to give it only once or at most twice. If you gave the instruction and your child did not listen to you within the first 2 to 3 seconds, you want to give the instruction again and follow through with them. In other words, guide them to complete the instruction so they cannot avoid the task. Take a look at this clip from one of our previous units. This is an example of how to follow through.
Good playing. Okay, buddy, blocks are almost finished. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, blocks are finished. Let's clean up. No, try again. Clean up. Keep going. One more. Good job. Let's put it back. Good job. Well done. High five.
This is an example of how not to follow through.
Good playing. Okay, buddy, it's almost time to clean up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, buddy, let's clean up. Hey, come on, let's clean up.
Pop quiz. Here's the scenario. You called your child to come over to you. They instead start to walk away. Which of the below is following through? A. Calling their name again a few more times. B. Call their name louder. C. Call their name one more time, then get up and bring them over. Or D. Let them go. You can always call them again later. Answer C would be the most accurate form of follow-through. Try to avoid calling your child's name repeatedly, as they may learn that it's okay to wait until the 10th time or 11th time they hear their name before they need to comply. By repeating only one more time and then bringing them over if you have to, you teach them that instructions shouldn't be ignored. Another scenario. You tell your child it's time to clean up. Right away, they fall over and start crying and hitting the floor. What do you do to follow through? A. Immediately let your child keep playing with the toy. B. Comfort them until they're calmer and then get them to clean up. C. Clean up for them. Or D. Get them to still clean up but clean up together with them. The answer is D. This one can be a tricky one because it depends on how severe the child's reaction is. The rule of thumb is that if they're having a meltdown precisely because they do not want to clean up, you want to ensure you still follow through so they don't learn the meltdown is effective in avoiding cleaning up. However, it helps to reduce the demand by cleaning up together with them. Then, in the future, consider taking a step back and getting them to clean up less preferred toys first before moving on to more preferred toys.
It may initially be more draining and time-consuming to keep following through, especially as it will require you to physically stand up to prompt your child. But think about how much energy you save in the long run if you are able to teach them to cooperate to your instructions. It's sort of like short-term pain, long-term gain. Also remember one of the rules around here, which is to never give an instruction you are not prepared to follow through on. This means if you tell your child to do something, like give back the iPad or clean up their toys, be prepared to follow through even if they start to cry and resist, because not following through can mean they learn that they do not need to cooperate with mom and dad if told to do something. So, before giving an instruction, ask yourself, is your child going to be able to follow this instruction? Do you need to simplify this in some way to set your child up to be successful? Consistency is also always key in following through. This means that if you follow through today, you follow through tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, no matter how your child reacts or how tired you may feel. This is because if we are inconsistent in following through, and allow our children not to cooperate on some days, we end up accidentally reinforcing their non-cooperation and teach them that there's always a chance that mom and dad might give in and let them have their way. This means the behaviors of not cooperating persist for much longer. Now it's your turn. Tag team with your partner and other members of the family. Think about the instructions your child commonly does not cooperate to, and make a decision as a family on the times you will follow through with your child. Start with instructions you feel most confident you will be able to follow through on, so that your child will be successful. And that was the third strategy of cooperation: follow through as a start to teaching cooperation. In the next lesson, we will learn about the strategy of first then. So see you soon.